welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. I'm here with Lisa from
Lisa L from In Their Closet Podcast.
And we're here with, should I say, Big Chef Bowie? Big, because I see the name change, you know what I'm saying?
So, right, no, that was a moniker that a friend of mine gave me a very long time ago, and it just stuck.
So it's Big Chef Bowie now?
Correct.
Okay, we were here with Big Chef Bowie, owner of Taste Bar, the #1 restaurant in Houston, Texas. Guys, if you get to Houston, make sure you hit the Taste Bar. And we're here for a legendary interview.
Correct.
With my brother and Lisa. So we're here for whiskey, the Love and Whiskey tour.
Whiskey. Yes, indeed.
And it's the correlation with you and Fawn Weaver,
correct,
the owner of Uncle Nearest. So first question I want to ask you, because I know we don't have time right now. First question I want to ask you, the importance of this collaboration.
I mean, I would say this, with this even being Black History Month, one of the whole reasons that I put so much energy behind supporting the brand, because I looked at it as an opportunity to actually be a part of history. I mean, how many times can you be in the founding station of something as big as what this is and actually be involved with it? I don't know how many owners of other spirit companies that I have the opportunity to kind of build with and work with and kind of be integral as they continue to grow a brand that's only, less than a decade old.
Right,
so,
right.
So when I first, I was always a Jack Daniels person. Like when I had the first location in Taste, my staff knew that I don't care if it was the cheapest bottle, the most expensive bottle. It was going to have a space on my bar because I was that much into Jack Daniels. Mm-hmm. So when I heard about the story and heard about, there was actually a Black man that, at that time it was kind of unclear. It was like, a Black man taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. Like, wait a minute now. I've been supporting this all this time. And
right.
It was another one of these KFC situations, which was my initial thought process. So as I dived into it and realized that the story was a little bit more positive than that, Uncle Nearest invited me and a few other restaurateurs out to Shelbyville to actually see the distillery. Mm-hmm. And what I saw while I was out there, from the first class operation they created, hearing the real history behind the story, the real history behind Uncle Nearest Green, I left there with the intent of I'm going to be one of the #1 selling Uncle Nearest establishments in the country.
So
it inspired me. And I've gotten it so far. I'm the #1 seller in Texas. Now I just got to get the rest of the country. So that's the goal.
That's dope.
So it's super important.
So we did hear that you are the #1 seller. And my first thought was, what drink would I order if I was at the bar at Taste?
If you're an old-fashioned person,
I knew it.
We definitely put in old-fashioned. It just makes sense. You go with the 1856 or the single barrel. It's the perfect spirit to put in old-fashioned. But we use in a few other things, from whiskey sours. We feature berry smash sometimes. We're using one of the cocktails we're doing tonight is a mandarin berry smash.
Okay.
So it's a lot of different things that you can use it for. And the newest one they're coming out with, which is the Nearest Green, is kind of a more affordable bottle. It's priced under $30, but the quality of it is, you can probably ride with some of your $40 and $50 component.
And what is your connection with Fawn Weaver? I know that you've done businesses in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. How are you guys connected?
Well, literally, it's exactly like I said. I'm one of those people that I don't believe in, reaching out to people being like, hey, I want to meet you, I want to talk to you. I always believe that you should create value first.
Right.
Yes.
So I knew how I could create value. I could sell product.
Okay.
The more product I sold, the more the relationship opened up for me to be able to build with her team, build with her, get her attention, to be like, here's a establishment down in Houston that's selling a ton of our product.
Yes.
Let's make sure we continue to build with them. And our relationship literally came from that. I tried to make myself valuable to them.
So I want to know, how is that even possible to be the #1 seller of a certain brand? Because you own a bar, mm-hmm. and you go to a bar, especially a place like Houston where you have multiple people from multiple places come and they go to a bar, they order whatever.
Right.
But the #1 seller of the product, probably in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. So the thing is, you have to be intentional. So one thing, when you come to Taste, you're going to see the Uncle Nearest brand. One thing we did, maybe was it a year and a half ago, I printed the entire story of Uncle Nearest on the outside of the building.
Wow.
So when you walk up, you can read the entire story, and at the end of Taste, you see a picture of Fawn and Victoria at the end with the bottle. So as soon as you walk in, you're going to seem like, if I don't know what Uncle Nearest is, it's obviously something, because it's on the side of the building.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
So you've been, as you said, very instrumental with this brand, but you've been very instrumental within the community. What events do you have coming up?
Coming up in April, I have my 2nd annual golf tournament.
Okay.
Last year, we raised money to donate to youth programs to kind of get more minorities in golf. Mm-hmm. This year, we're actually focused on, since I started playing about a year and a half ago. So now we're focused on the TSU and PVU golf program. They're both extremely underfunded, but have a lot of talented players that play there, but they just don't have the same things that some of the other universities have. So this year we're going to raise money to donate to both programs.
So what is now the tour, the Love and Whiskey tour? I know it starts in Houston, but where else is it located?
So this is the second half of the tour.
Okay.
So this half they're doing Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, a couple other southern states, southern cities. In the first half, I know they did Atlanta, they did DC, they did a lot of the other major markets that I think were primarily more East Coast, maybe the West Coast, and this is kind of, I think, the southern run. So yeah, luckily they were able to kick it off in Houston, and I'm doing Houston and Dallas.
Okay. Awesome. Last question: when someone comes to Taste Bar, right, and they order a drink, right, of course you're gonna recommend Uncle Nearest, but what exact drink you gonna refer them to?
Like I said, I'm gonna ask them what they normally drink. If they're old fashioned drinking, obviously I'm gonna send them to the old fashioned. If they're not into really spirit forward drinks, then I'm gonna push them towards, like I said, maybe a whiskey sour that we'll do, or something like a berry smash.
Okay.
Trying to think. We also put in one of the frozen. So we have what we call the Nearest Peach, which is a frozen with Uncle Nearest peach flavors. We top it with whipped cream. It's probably one of our top 2 selling frozen drinks.
I know,
it's
right?
Really, really good.
I know, right?
But that was the thing. I put it in a lot of products to get people to have different ways to kind of sample and be able to enjoy it.
Okay, that's dope, man. Look, one, I like to appreciate your time because I know you're a busy man and the event's about to start and everything. And I appreciate everything. Of course, guys, if you ever come to Houston, Texas, make sure you hit up Taste Bar and Grill. Alpha, what is Main Street? What is it?
Main and Prairie.
Main and Prairie Street. Yep. You guys know where it is. You guys be on TikTok and social media.
Taste Kitchen and Bar, 420 Main Street.
And this is your boy, DJ KO from Costly Distinct, and this is
More Within Their Closet podcast. Can't wait to take a shot with you guys, and we'll see you at Taste Bar.
Hey, hold up. Before we get out of here, I didn't get your information. How can they find the information?
Everything is Big Chef Bowie. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the same handle.
Hey, sounds good, man. Look, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, look, I love you guys. You can't do nothing about it. Peace out.